pretty sure to anybody that will tune into this, y'all are basically wanting more of me getting my ass handed to me in the Electron fight. Well, I'm gonna say it now. I apologize, but that's not happening for a while. I currently have a group of people that will run me through it. However, their exact words were, "Man, look, you don't have a build for him. You're basically stacked for one element but not the others, and you're gonna get your ass kicked." And from that, they were extremely nice in being like, "Alright, let's focus. What armor set can we get you that can help you survive it?" So, we spent like 30-40 minutes discussing which armor would be most beneficial. And for anybody who knows my previous Monster Hunter videos, i.e. the ones where I rant about my time back in 3, and Generations, and 4, basically any Monster Hunter that didn't have armor setups, or layered armor, or anything at all, you would know that I generally hate mixed match armor sets. They look just abysmal, disgusting. I can't stand the way they look. But with this game, Worlds actually has layered armor and some other good stuff to where you can at least make yourself look good. So, I mean, even if you're not going to rock the full armor set of something, you can always set yourself to look nice. Hence the, this is an old event armor. Fucking Dante set, yeah. Old shit back around, like, the earlier launch of Worlds. I think it was actually like a few months after, to be honest. I can't remember specifically. But, very good game. I don't mind using a mix match. Because, as of right now, I do need an armor set to go after Elatron. Fuck that mob specifically for just the pure amount of bullshit its fight can hold. Because not only do you have to coordinate with your group and go on saying, like, alright, I'm gonna use this, y'all use this, continue from there weapon-wise with the elements. You also have to worry about which phase he's in and which phase can basically just ruin your day. And that's always been what gets me completely and utterly fucked up, is I'll be fine for one of the phases specifically, and another one partially. But when he shifts into a third one, that's when everything starts to go off the rails, because I will die faster than anyone else. And on top of that, I'm still using an armor set that deals damage to the user per attack. That was another thing the group told me to do. I needed to get rid of the Safi armor set, which I am kinda working towards, and I kinda don't want to. Because I'm gonna go ahead and outright say it now. Farming Lunastra for 2 of its pieces, or 3 depending, really just boils down to what I really want to wear, what I want to use. But Lunastra's already kind of a painful fight for me. Maybe it's just the randoms I play with, they don't know what they're doing, or it could be anything else. You never know. Most of the time I can just write it off as, yeah, the randoms I'm playing with got me killed. Oh, hell no, get back here, you little bastards. Just originally when they said, yeah, you're gonna have to do a mix match set for now until we can actually get you Elatrion's armor. And you know, that takes time. I won't deny it. I won't say, oh, you're wrong. It doesn't take time. I just need people that are able to just hard carry me through a fight. That's not how I play. If I physically, say I go into a fight, I'm unprepared. You know, like, I'm using the wrong weapon element, the wrong everything. I'm not going to go in and expect the people I'm with to hard carry me through it. I'm still going to give it my all. Which I've been doing with this horrendous armor set. See, I don't know what the fuck got in my head back when the first Safi Jiva Siege actually became available. I don't know, maybe it was just crafty armor because it's considered a trophy or some stupid shit. Well, now, that's basically just a giant middle finger to me. It's all it ever will be, will remain to be. Because, as stated, the armor does damage to the user per attack. After around 6 or so attacks, you get your health back, and a little bit extra. Well, back when that first came out, it was actually good. But due to a, I wouldn't say recent, but not very old nerf to the armor set, it has turned into deal damage to yourself, get your heal back, and then hope for the best. And I'm sure everybody in stream's always been like, yo, why the hell is he taking damage when he's not even getting hit? Well, that's just Safi's armor set for you. Physically deal damage to yourself while you're attacking. But you also see health regen. If I was to say one of my old friends finally gets this game, he gets all the DLC, and I've done this with other friends of mine, and I'm so sorry, Frozen, that we did this to you. But, you know, we told him, hey, go after some hunts on your own. If you have trouble, like you can't beat it after 3-4 times, come get us, and we'll help you. Or, you know, sometimes we just say, fuck it, do it on your own. You know, I should never say that, but I do. And you know, I know a lot of people on my list are going to resent me through and through because of that. And it's perfectly fine, it's perfectly reasonable. But still, I don't want anyone to think I'm not helpful. You know, even though I'm wearing an open grave armor set, if you will, I'm still giving it my all. I'm still throwing myself into danger. And yeah, I know I've impacted a lot of people's Dust of Life and whatever the other one is. Fuck. Life powder. Anybody who's got like a nice stack of that, I'm probably going to make you lose almost half or all of it, and I apologize. But we are working towards getting that problem fixed. It's going to take some time.
I know you've been working hard
And knowing
out
my
there.
luck, it's going to take approximately, I'm not looking forward to it, anywhere between 2 and 5 Lunastra hunts, just to get everything we need out of the way. Now, in terms of like armor spheres and upgrading your armor, I'm okay with that. I'm set. I don't have to worry about anything else. But things I do need to worry about are decorations. Because let's be honest, while yes, having a Safi armor set with, I think it was defense up 7, while yes, it's nice, it's not really smart. See, because you still take a fixed amount of damage when you're using Safi's armor set. Back in the day, it was just take the amount of damage equivalent to whatever weapon you were using. So like dual blade, sword and shield, basically the light weapons would do very little damage, but you'd have to do more hits to get your health back. Whereas switch axe, charge blade, great sword, lance, gun lance, mainly those, you would take more damage, but have to make less hits to get your health back. Now it's fixed amount of damage through and through, and as a result, you know, everyone's got a different playstyle. Mine is I try to be as up close and personal to the boss as I can while doing damage, whether I intentionally or unintentionally eat shit halfway through. You know, it really sucks. It really fucking blows. So again, we're trying to work our way towards things. The guys also advised doing all that I can to raise up the MR rank. So, hence why I'm doing just optional missions. But I could easily be doing other missions, just ones that give a lot towards the MR level up. Which I think the best one for me would be the one quest that has you going into Roddenvale to kill off 5 different ads. And, you know, I'm not really too concerned with those. Why? Because when you play those missions, not only do all the bosses have reduced health, and that's the truth, they do have reduced health, but they also have, you know, it's just not as difficult on the player. Unless you're playing solo, then yeah, it's still pretty damn difficult. Stop yourself, stop yourself, stop yourself. And overall, you know, this game to me is actually really fucking fun. Like, I may take a hiatus or a very long break from Monster Hunter at time to time. You know, kind of wait for the next content to come out or some other stupid shit. Or hell, just say, you know what, I don't feel like fighting individual monster. But I'm always going to try and do what I can in terms of, like, you know, new event comes out, or crossovers, or any of the following. I will do what I can to join in on those, whether I make them on time or I'm late. And, you know, I could easily, not really easily, but I could solo miscellaneous bosses from time to time. But, you know, I'd give myself more of a challenge by going after a boss that's got 3 to 4 times its original health pool by playing with randoms. While yes, it can really ruin the game by just breaking the amount of people. Basically, if you play with randoms, you've got one of 2 setups. You've got the can hold their own and can fight and there will be no problems, or you've got the over-the-top players that will always go out of their way to try some stupid shit and end up getting killed midway through the fight. I mean, it never fucking fails. Because it's one or the other. It's never both. Like, I can tell you, I've had some really good people that I've ran with that have helped me through, say, the older bosses in the game that were very difficult to go after, such as Behemoth or the Witcher crossover thing, the Legend. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I hope I am. But like nowadays, it's so rare to come across people that can survive and hunt various mobs without dying in the first 5 minutes. Like, I've played with people that, you know, I will join a quest, and I had to do it earlier because I needed various monster parts. Kieran parts, to be specific. And again, if anybody remembers my previous Monster Hunter videos, you will know how much I hate that boss. I really fucking hate Kieran with every fiber of my being. It's not a fun fight, and especially if you're relying on randoms, you're gonna get fucked. And, you know, that's exactly what happened. Went into a random fight against Kieran, and I knew something was already bad enough. The main player was a Twitch TV person, and you know on PlayStation, you know exactly what they are and how they are, because they will have it in their name. You know, TTV, insert stupid username here. And I know a lot of people are going to come at me and say, oh, you should really be more open about it. Some of them are really good. No, some of them are really fucking trash. I'm sorry if you are a Twitch TV person with TTV in your name, but you're a fucking idiot. Okay, remove TTV from your name, so that way if you do something stupid, people don't walk straight to your Twitch channel and start giving you shit. You know, like myself, not only does my YouTube channel name not match my actual PSN, despite it is in the description, you know, if you want to join up and be friends and whatnot, the option's there. Go ahead, I don't care. Same goes with, you know, the whole Discord thing. If you want to talk, you want to give me video ideas, or anything, all you have to do is look in the description. It's all down there, free for all to see. You know, I'm not going to be that one dirtbag that only has, like, a Twitter link, and, you know, it's just like, yeah, feel free to go over to the Twitter and like and all that fun shit, but don't expect me to ever say anything to you. There's too many people like that around. I guess the biggest thing when it comes to this game to me, aside from the horrible random players that you will find, aside from the over-the-top zealous players that will basically grind their self to exhaustion, getting max rank on everything, the ones that basically play this game till it's bled dry and nothing else, you know, I don't have any hate to any of those players minus randoms, but if you're going to do any of the following, I strongly request that you don't, you know, belittle others. Like, if you're a max rank hunter, don't belittle the people that are below you, you know. At least they're playing the game. At least they're trying. At least they don't suck. Because that's the biggest thing here. You will never know if somebody's good or if they're garbage until you've played with them, until you can physically go into the hunt, point out any key details, stuff that you can tell them to work on. You won't know what to look for if you don't give them the chance. And people like that fill up half the Monster Hunter community. At least half. Sometimes even more. I've had numerous people, Master and Hunter rank 999, that will up and abandon a quest or let you join it in, but the minute you take one hit of stupid damage, you know, like, say, the Rathian I'm fighting right now, say it does a move that is easily avoidable, and, you know, it gives a clear as day warning sign, but you're too busy slashing away, or sharpening, or healing, or anything, and they will immediately go to, alright, I'm gonna kick this guy because he just took stupid damage when we're going for a flawless hunt. You know, that happens. It's in the game's nature to do stupid shit. Sometimes a hitbox isn't registered correctly, sometimes an attack completely whiffs the original spot and it goes straight for you. It happens. It's nothing special, it's just annoying. But I mean, I really just want people to start, well, really, not even people. I just really want the community for various games that I enjoy playing and will continue to enjoy playing. I wish the communities would just open up about stuff again. You know, they wouldn't be secluded and demanding so much of people who either can or can't. And they just go back to, okay, this guy clearly looks like he needs help, let's give him a hand. You know, this is why I'll even run SOS flare missions. You know, I'll help other people completing missions, even if I've done it myself, and that orange completion is right next to it. If there's nothing better for me to do, or if I'm bored and I just want to test my skills against a fight I haven't had in a long time, I will go into that mission, already completed, and I'll just keep on going. I will help them complete their mission, no matter what it is. And I will go from there. Because to me, and the people that I originally played this game with, way back in 2018, that's what they did for me. They set time out of grinding endgame to help me get started, to basically teach me how to do this, or that. You know, I've had to do it too. I've taken time out of doing what I wanted to do to help others, biting my tongue when they obviously suck, because it's the right thing to do. And of course they're gonna capture it. Okay, no big deal. Originally, I used to hate when people would capture when I'm hunting. You know, I'd actually just plop a bomb down as they're trying to set a trap, and as soon as I see the thing get ready, I just immediately blow it up. But it's no big deal, because to some of these people, capturing supposedly increases the research level and has a chance to give you better rewards. Hence the Rathian gem right down there under bonus rewards. So, you know, I can't be mad. I can be a little ticked off, but I can't be mad. Now, if it's one thing I would really like to say, this is nothing about the community, nothing about my friends, nothing about my general disdain for various creature. One thing I would really like to say, and for those of you in a gaming relationship, and if you don't know what that is, I'm not going to tell you, you should already know what it is. But for any of you in a gaming relationship, if it's one thing that always sparks the most joy out of you or the other, it is when you or the other starts playing a game that the other enjoys. I can't begin to tell you how happy I was when I got my boyfriend to actually load into Destiny 2 to start playing. I was
I've been waiting for
ecstatic,
you.
so happy, because I got to run around a game that I'd been supporting for nearly 8 years with the person I love. And yeah, it can be annoying sometimes because that teaching the new player thing, it does get under your skin a bit. You know, it's not bad by any means, it's not any of that. It's actually really entertaining sometimes, really fun, because it brings out some skill that you probably didn't have. But if it's one game that I would actually hope that my boyfriend would actually want to play and would enjoy, and it's going to be a grind fest. We already know this. If you're a Monster Hunter fan, then you know damn well how grindy this game can be. It would be this one. I would actually enjoy nothing more than to go through every base game quest, every Iceborne DLC quest with him. To share the smiles of succeeding in a really difficult fight. To basically be there when he's going through a downtime and he can't just beat something and it's a pain in the ass. Or, hell, share that sense of achievement when he gets his first, well, I can't really say first gem because you get those pretty fucking regularly now. Back in the old games, those things were rare as shit, but now you get one like every fucking 5 hunts. You know, it's not a big deal. It's not something off the chart like, oh, you need help with blah. Yeah, sure, I'll help you, but I won't like over the top murder the damn thing. Because that's, if I join up on him and he gets base game, which with my current armor and weapon set, I am above average on, it's going to take the fun and enjoyment out of the game for him. So, you know, I'm going to tell him the same way I would tell any other of my friends that are now playing this game. If you want me to help you with base game, I will, but I will not be the only one killing the monster. If I know it's getting weak, I'm going to back off and let you finish it, even if you're having difficulty. If you're struggling. You know, I put my part into it and I outright did a lot of damage, and that's about as far as I'll go. I can just do that. That's entertaining. But that's just about it. You know, I'm not going to be that guy that says, oh, well, sure, I'll do this quest for you. It's going to take a while, so I hope you're ready, but I'll do it. No, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm going to be that helpful person that I've always been by saying, sure, let's do it. What do you need to hunt? Or, oh, you gotta do a fetch quest. Sure, no problem. Those suck, and trust me, you'll know that they suck. But yeah, sure, let's do it. Envy, if you are watching this, if you're in the, you know, you're in the viewers, I don't know if you are, you know, I haven't heard from you in like, well, a day now. I really would like to hear if you would ever give this game a chance. You know, it's a fun game. It's definitely worth the money. I'm not going to deny that. When I first got this game, I was so happy. Like, it brought back all the nostalgia of when I played 3 for the first time. And believe me, I can go into detail of the first day I picked the game up, the first time I joined hunts with my old friends, and their stepdad, because he was the reason why I actually got the game. See, back in 2018, well, late 2017 through 2018, I had a huge fallout with family. One that actually resulted in me leaving, packing up a bag and leaving. And you know, when you have stuff like that happening, you know, you're mad at family or you just don't want to be a part of whatever the hell they're doing or any of that, you know, you take it upon yourself to just block them out of life through and through. And that's what I did. As a result, the friends I am currently talking about, their family saw me and my other friend, because I actually had to take in one of my friends because his mom kicked him out. So I took him in, which was a mistake on my part, because, well, take for example, if your family is kind enough to let one of your friends live with them because they don't have a place to go, the last thing you should be doing is just disregarding anything they ask of you. Like, you should never, you know, say that you're going to do one thing, turn around, and just completely ignore it. You know, like you never heard them ask. Don't be that person. That's just a dickbag move, and it's not going to do anything good for you in the future. If you say you're going to do something for the family, do it. You know? It's not like they're asking you to donate a kidney to them or something that's actually going to be major. No, they're simply asking you to hold your word and do what you can. Like when I was living with my friend, they didn't really ask me to do anything. Chores? Nah. Clean up my little area that I was staying in, which was a corner of the kitchen. I would do it occasionally. There were times where I slacked, I didn't feel good, but I would always try to hold my word. And even afterwards, you know, there's always something that goes on. But that's nearing the opposite end of the spectrum. So, I was coming home from work one night, and my friend's stepdad was playing Monster Hunter 3. He was currently fighting Legiacris by himself. Crazy bastard. But at the same time, I knew he basically had gone through just about everything endgame could offer. So, you know, he was pretty much set. He knew what he was doing. So at that case, I was like, you know. I actually sat down beside him. I was like, yo, what you playing? And he told me, oh, I'm playing Monster Hunter 3. I was like, oh, let's say, what systems is the game on? He's like, oh, it's on Wii U, and DS. I was like, DS, you say? So immediately, my broke at the time dumbass said, all right, you know, I'm a run over to GameStop tomorrow after or before work. You know, I didn't tell him why, because, you know, the entire family is gaming family. They're very into gaming, so you say you're going up to GameStop, it means one of three things. One, you're looking for a game. Two, you are purchasing a game. Or three, you're trying to replace some of your current gaming attire and or equipment. You know, new controller, new headset, yada yada yada. And, you know, that's always been a thing. So I go up there, and I ask them, hey, do y'all have a copy of Monster Hunter 3 for the DS? And the lady behind the counter smiled and was like, yeah, we got one left, actually. I was like, all right, how much is it? And they're like, supposed to be selling this thing for around like $12 or so, despite the game being old. And they ended up giving it to me for around was it $8.40 around that area? You know, this is before work, so I went to work, and you know, some shit was going down. I was training to be a GM, or I mean, not a GM, a shift manager at the time. But some stuff was going down at the store, and one of the people up there, one of my managers, looked at me and was like, hey man, we're pretty slow. Would you like to go home? I was like, fuck yes, man, I would actually appreciate that. So I get home, I put my stuff down, put my food down because I actually had that manager that I was like, hey man, I'm not eating up here anymore. I burnt myself out. Feel free to take over my meals. I was like, sure thing. I'll make sure to hold my receipt up for you so you can make sure it's on the count or whatever. Pretty fun stuff. A really nice guy. So I get home, I get done eating, and friend's stepdad, Jason, looks at me. He's like, you're pulling out your DS? I haven't seen you use that thing in months. I was like, oh, you'll see why I'm using it here in a sec. And you know, me being happy as can be, new game on a DS, I don't have to sit at my PlayStation all night. I have the volume on full blast because, you know, I don't typically hear much in terms of like handheld gaming stuff. I typically keep those muted. But I turn it on, and immediately, you know, he's focusing on the couch, and next thing you know, I see his head lift up quickly. He's like, you got Monster Hunter 3. I was like, took it that long? Because, you know, we always poke fun at each other. It's like, it took you that long to basically realize that after yesterday me saying I am going to GameStop, you never once thought I was going to pick up Monster Hunter and actually give the game a try. And you know, back in 3, and even in Generations Ultimate, I am a greatsword player. You know, I really appreciate the way the weapon handles on both those games. Mainly because, you know, there's only 2 buttons you have to press. For the DS, it would be X and Y. Just repeat those back to back to back. You're doing attacks. And on Generations, same layout. However, in Worlds, I had to pick up Charge Blade, because for some odd fucking reason I just cannot learn the combos for Greatsword, and it sucks. I feel bad that I basically betrayed my weapon by moving on to another one. And I mean, it's really bad, because when I got Generations Ultimate, which was a while after I started playing Worlds, I'd like to say a year and a half, I think, I tried picking up the Charge Blade there so I could actually play it, because back in 3 they don't have Charge Blade. Or they did and I just didn't realize it. But, you know, I couldn't use it to save my life. I physically could not do it. For some reason, I couldn't figure out the combos, because the difference between 3 Generations Ultimate, 4, etc., and Worlds is, 1, it's 2 different consoles, so it's a different button layout for each. And you know, of course, you're gonna think, well, how the hell am I gonna use this if I know the console button layout and the inputs on that? Which was my problem. When I tried to use Greatsword in Worlds, I was still stuck on the idea of, and on PlayStation control here because I don't have PC or Xbox, circle triangle, or square triangle, my bad. You know, just kept spamming those 2 buttons, and I just didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I looked like a fucking idiot, and I was like, alright, this isn't working, I need to try another weapon. So I started running down the list, and I even told myself, I'm not going to be a gunner, ever. I tried that back in 3, and I hated it. I tried it in Generations. Hated it. The reason I hated it in those games, and I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory on those two. When you're playing on those, you have to have the gunner set, which, if you forge armor in the old sets, or the old games, you'll notice that there's always A type and B type. One that has more armor, one that has less armor. And at the time, I was like, why the fuck are there two different armor sets for the same shit? Because you would just look at that and you'd go, that's really stupid to have one armor set and then another one that's weaker. And you know, halfway through the game, I was actually curious, like, yo, Jason, why the hell is there two armor sets here? He's like, oh, the top one's for blade weapons and the other one's for gunners. I was like, so you're telling me that if I was to get this really overpowered set, I wouldn't be able to use a gun. But if I use this partially weak ass set, I could use a gun? He's like, yeah, that basically sums it up pretty accurately. Because that's exactly what it is. You have a set that's built for just taking a giant blade to a monster. And then you have another one that is keep your damn bloody distance and shoot the damn thing with a gun. So in my own hindsight, I was like, you know, that actually does make sense. And, you know, with Worlds, you don't have that issue. All the armor is basically retroactive. You can get any armor set in the game, and you can use any weapon in the game. You don't have to cripple yourself to use a gun anymore. You know, it's nice. It's really entertaining. Because there's always that time where you want to try a new weapon, or, you know, you're going up against a fight and you definitely want to try, you know, you're having difficulty fighting this one thing. So you're like, okay, I'm going to put the blades away, I'm going to try and shoot at it. And, you know, first time that happened to me, the very first thing I said was, shit, I have to go farm this boss again in order to make the gun armor. Because, you know, back in my day, back when I was playing 3 and 4, that was exactly what you had to do. You had to get the gunner set, and it sucked. It took so much time. You'd waste hours just to go for it. Thankfully, Capcom saw that, and in Worlds, they decided, nah, that ain't happening here. So, you know, I'm extremely happy about that, because you have that fucking flexibility to mix match your playstyle. Like, you can start as, say, a dual blade user, and alternatively swap to a bow, heavy bow gun, or light bow gun mid-game, and you don't have to worry about anything. You know, it's amazing. It's really innovative. It's nice. That's just showing that a game company actually cares. And of course, we're all gonna have those days where it's like, you know, I really don't want to go to this one weapon, but everyone swears up and down it would be a good one with me. Like, I've had so many people tell me to just try fucking longsword, but I can't. I can't. I don't want to. I might, but I don't want to. But then again, those people that told me, hey, you should try longsword, are also the ones that told me to try that back in base game, where even going through low rank quests, when you had gone through the entire story and some of the end game, was, you know, they were still pretty challenging, especially if you didn't know what you were doing. But now, since, say for example, I'm playing the Iceborne DLC, I can happily pick up a new weapon And instead of worrying about practicing, like, how am I going to use this thing? How's it going to work for me? All I have to do is load into an optional 1 or 2 star mission on base game, and I just play from there. You know, incrementing myself up higher and higher through the base game. You know, that's exactly what you do. And of course, in doing so, you always want to try and limit yourself. Like, I wouldn't recommend swapping to a new weapon every week or so. Like, I would say if you want to try a new weapon, space out when you try and use a new weapon. Like, don't just play X weapon for a week and say, you know what, this thing is really kicking me in the teeth. I want to try and play with this weapon. Like, actually enjoy whatever weapon you're using at the time. But, like, for me, my tried and true weapon of choice is a Charge Blade. So even if I take a long break, hiatus, whatever you want to call it, from the game, I will always come back in, and muscle memory will kick in at this point. That is always going to happen. Your muscle memory is always going to basically awaken halfway when you're playing a game. So, as said previously, say you were using, you know, say you haven't touched a game in a couple of months, but the last weapon you used was, say, dual blades, or light bowgun, or something along that line. You know, just keep going, you know? Start playing the game. Your first couple of minutes are gonna suck. They always do. You're gonna be scrambling, trying to remember what to do, how to do it. But through that time, you're always going to get back to and remember, oh yeah, I press this, followed by that, to do that. And you know, it happens more than you think. There's been countless times where I'll be playing Monster Hunter after, say, a few months to a couple weeks, and I will completely forget how to charge up my weapon. Because charging your files is easy. Remembering how to charge your shield should be second nature. Charging your sword, on the other hand, that's another story. I've officially had issues remembering the various button types. And the one thing that I can't seem to keep in my memory is charging my sword. Because, for the most part, you don't really need or have to charge your sword. Like, you can go along playing and only charge up your shield and you'll be fine. So, of course, that is exactly what I do. You know, I don't charge up my sword. So, for anybody that is a Charge Blade user, you can go into the comments and start saying, you're not a true Charge Blade user. You need to be able to take advantage of everything your weapon has to offer. You can't just use part of it. I mean, charging the sword only gives you a temporary damage up with a couple of extra bonuses to, say, your impact or your elemental type, depending. Or you can just keep hack and slashing away and go from there. You know, I'm gonna go with keep hack and slash because that's how I play. I need to charge my files. Boom, done. Oh, we're about to stagger the monster? Here, let me charge up my shield, make sure it's topped off, and then just obliterate this thing whenever it hits the ground. You know, I will happily do that. Because that's what you gotta do. But if you ever come up to me and tell me, hey, you should try blah, it kind of fits your risky playstyle, one, I'm gonna look at you and go, one, you have no idea what my playstyle is if you're saying it's risky. Because risky playstyle, that's nothing. If you wanted to see risky, I would go into an endgame fight wearing no armor. That's risky. Nah, my playstyle is more fight and only recover if I need to. Like, for the longest time, I played without carrying potions or doing anything, really.
Good to see you.
I openly avoid so much. You know, there's times where you just don't feel like doing something, or, oh dear god, I got a lot of these. I need to fucking finish all of those. And that's another thing. The only reason I'm going through my optionals right now, you can see it may say completed. It's not completed. See, you want to keep capturing monsters because you have these arena missions. These are not always active, which is why whenever you do an optional mission, you'll see majority of the time your people that you're playing with will capture what you're going after. One, it's to help with, you know, just rewards and other stuff, and other times it's because they feel you don't have the arena quest available. And you know, there's been times where I've actually had to step back, stop playing, and think, what mobs have I not captured? Because that blue completion is annoying me. And I say that for two reasons. Because, and it's not on my armor set right now, you can't see it because it's not going off. But, back in Worlds, basic, ordinary-ass Worlds, I was going for rainbow pigment. And you get that by completing every optional quest between 1 star and 8 star, I believe. It was either 1 in 7 or 1 in 8. Because the 9 star, those are just, you know, Zora Magdaros and Xeno'jiiva have appeared for 3 quests. You have 3 chances to go and fuck them up. So, you know, you didn't have to worry about those. However, you would have to do every optional quest. Fetch quest, slay quest, capture quest, etc. It got annoying as fuck after so long. Because, you know, you'd start going through, you'd finish, you know, your 1 to 3 star quests relatively quickly, and you'd basically just be tiring yourself out. You'd get so fed up with it, you'd just say, alright, fuck it, I've done this number of quests, I'm taking a break. Only to realize that you still have like 30 to 50 more quests to go. And when I finally got all of them done, I noticed one of the quest tabs said completed with blue. And as I was saying, blue completion is not completion, it's partial completion. So you're still missing stuff. Whoa! That I was not expecting. I was actually expecting Naruto to win that. No matter. But I mean, I guess my rants on this game are pretty unwarranted for the most part, because half the time you don't really need to rant about a game you enjoy, you know, just play it. If you don't like something, don't think about it. You know, that's how a lot of people play games nowadays, you know. They'll play something that they love, but halfway through, they will start complaining about something that isn't really a problem, but has become something of a problem to them, and they just don't want it. Come on, hold still, you living embodiment of fuck you. Yeah, that's another thing, like, I have a lot of people on my list that hate fighting this thing. But there are also people that use heavy and slower to use weapons. So they always have to reposition themselves, or have to put their shit away and go after it after a few moments, or run around in circles trying to catch it. You know, I sometimes, well, I take that back, I've never had that problem with the run. I've never said, you know what, I have to run in circles 500 times just to catch up with this thing. You know, that's either a bold-faced lie, because I'm sure you've seen me having to run in circles trying to keep up, especially when it's pissed, or, you know, kind of just put my weapon away and do stuff. But I mean, I don't have bad luck when it comes to tracking this thing, keeping it in eyesight, avoiding attacks. That's just simple play the game. The more you play, you start to get used to various creatures. You start to get used to their attack patterns, what they do, and how to avoid them. Whether you can successfully avoid them or not. I mean, I guess my biggest issue with this fight in particular, not the fact that it's like tempered or anything, that's just, you know, it's whatever, it's just a harder version of something I've already killed. But I have killed this mob so many times that I don't question my ability to ultimately ruin its day. I will, however, question my ability when my health gets that low, and it is on my ass. Here we see the curse of Sakujiva's armor once again. The original premise behind this armor was prove your worth as an amazing hunter by, you know, just never getting hit. You know, kind of see how far you can get your own health bar to go down before anything happens. Yeah, that's how I saw this armor back when it first came out. But again, now I'm just kind of going through quests and trying to get off of them quickly. So I do believe after this one, or a few more quests that have a little text bubble next to them as they unlock certain things, I will be going after some Lunastra hunts to get the parts I need, Probably focus on Elder Dragons and our Double Dragon Gems, because I do need those. But, you know, I'm going to take some time to get that stuff done. And I guess since I can't hear when y'all comment, so please don't expect me, or don't think I'm ignoring you. I just can't hear those things going off. There's the person I was talking about earlier. How's it going, sweetheart? Have a good day at work? Been fine? Been safe? No one causing any unwanted sickness? Oh, okay, I don't want to get hit by that. That's funny. Here, let me go ahead and let you all know what's going on. We have a gunner, so you know what to do, buddy. Do it and do it proud. Come on. Shoot! There you go. For anybody who doesn't play Monster Hunter and has always questioned why you would put bombs next to a sleeping monster and wait for either a greatsword or a gunner to do something about it, well, it's actually self-explanatory. See, when a monster is asleep, its next hit of damage does double the amount. So it does 2 times the amount of damage when it is sleeping. So what that translates to is, okay, I'm going to plant bombs, which typically do around 288 damage, sometimes a bit more. And I'm going to let a greatsword user or a gunner put their respective items down, i.e. more bombs, or for the gunner's sake, he puts little mines on the ground, which, if hit, will go off, or after X amount of time, they also go off. You know, they explode. More damage. But we usually let greatsword or bowgun get their hit off, because not only do they have a specific ammo type that can do more damage base hit, it's also because they can do it from either up close and personal or range. The bombs can still hurt you, so you don't want to just put down a bunch of bombs and, you know, be weak. And, you know, when a monster's asleep, it doesn't stay asleep forever. It definitely gets back up. So you want to quickly put the bombs down, and just, you want to set them off. This is where gunners typically come in handy. You know, they can set the bombs off from a distance and not have to worry about taking damage. But if you don't have either of those two, charge blades can also just attack and do something decent, but it also revolves around if they have their shield and their files charged up. If not, it's kind of a wasted effort. Now, I actually don't remember if I have to capture or kill this thing. I'm gonna assume it's kill. Also, if you get headaches easily, I strongly advise you don't really watch the stream right now. I advise, you know, just kind of listen to it, because unlike old Monster Hunter games where when you lock onto a creature, it's just, you know, you can always keep your eye on it by hitting a various button. The lock-on feature in this game physically locks your camera to that monster. So what you're seeing is also giving me a headache, because this hyper ball of adrenaline here never stops moving unless it's sleeping, knocked down, or trapped. And even then it's still moving. And I got a little too cocky there. Again, this armor set is not really something you want to use unless you have faith in yourself to not take stupid damage. You know, get your heals off accordingly and everything. But if you are like me and you just forget the fact that you will take damage over time, any monster gets the ability to one-shot you, which is not fun. It's annoying. There's been plenty of rage comics and memes and everything about, oh, I was going to fight this one thing, but every time I did, I got one-shot by the monster. You know, like, the one-shotting has been a problem in a lot of this game. Whether it be the older stuff, some of the newer stuff, you know, it is exactly that. One-shotting is the bane of every hunter's existence. Of course, what has Capcom done? Oh, we made monsters that can one-shot you using their special attack. Such as Safijiva doing its, what we refer to as an imploding supernova, if you will. It basically hacks up a star out of its fucking stomach and will just spit it out, it goes boom, and will just outright kill you then and there. Which is fun, you know. It does give you a chance of hide behind rock to take no damage. Same thing with Behemoth's Ecliptic Meteor. I mean, if you're a Final Fantasy player, you understand how that attack works already. Same exact attack, different game. Elatrion has its Eschaton Judgment, where it doesn't automatically kill you. It just starts a lot of damage that you need to either out-heal or stagger him to not face. Which goes one of two ways. One, you survived, congratulations. Or, shit, you can't heal quick enough and you're dead. There's never an in-between. It's either you succeeded in stopping it or you're dead. Come on, sweetie. I know you're still watching the stream. I know you can hear me. You okay? Well, I guess it's time to throw any chance of progressive survival out the window. I'm not looking forward to these next fights. But the sooner I get this other armor, the sooner I can start using it and basically just going out to survive and start grinding out the appropriate gems I need for it, which I need to get in contact with that guy tomorrow and ask him to show me all those. I mean, that's another thing. If you're gonna pick up Monster Hunter, please know that your armor slot, you know, you've got armor, you're gonna be protected, you'll be fine, but you can always make it better. But how do you make it better, I hear half the comments asking? By adding decorations into your armor. In other words, getting skills like those. Abilities, ignore these because they're trash. These are awful. I hate them so fucking much, and this is why I'm getting rid of this fucking armor set. But for the other things that you really want to try and focus on, if you're gonna go for wanting to do more damage to various creature, various enemy that you're facing, I strongly recommend Critical Eye, strongly recommend Attack, strongly recommend Fortify. Fortify is basically that one good thing of the game where, you know, you get knocked out, you get back into the fight, and you got more damage. So, you know, use it to your advantage. I'm gonna hate this. I'm really gonna hate what I'm about to do. Hey, there's another bounty done. Now, what am I missing? I still haven't finished this yet. I thought I would have done that already. Well, bird wyverns, there's not a whole lot of them. There's a few. But at the same time, I'd really like to just get this Celestial Vivarium print, just to get it out of the way. I'm not going to use it for the large Elder Dragon gem. I refuse to do that. It's not worth it. I'm actually going to do that, or use that for a different charge blade that I'm going to be trying out. Apparently the Raging Brachydios charge blade is actually pretty decent. And until I can start messing with, oh shit, I still need to talk to you. You know, there's a lot of stuff that I really gotta do. Fuck that. Let's see, where's all of my... Do I have any Lunastra ones? Those would be helpful. Oh. 35 minutes to kill those two. With one feint. Party of... how many? Should be party of 4. Yeah, party of 4. It's a decrease in time, decrease in feints, but an increase in cash reward. Those are pretty nice, and those are all tempered materials. You know, those offer better rewards than what you'd probably get. Let's see, we don't need you, or you. We need you. Shitty rewards, but I will take it. I'll continue going through my investigations. Oh, what do you know? Feint 5 times. You have 20 minutes to kill it. Still shitty rewards, but I mean, you can't go wrong. That's 5 chances to die. That's not bad at all. No thank you. No. No, 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 no. Fuck no. Why do I have so many Teostra ones, but not enough fucking Lunastra ones? What is going on here? Ooh. That... Do I really want to put myself through the ringer of hell for that? Oh, it's not even master rank. No, I don't. See what parts I need specifically. Let's see, main plus, hard horn, and wings, and what the hell is that? Timbered crackbone. Where the fuck do I get? I'm gonna have to Google that one. But yeah, just no large Elder Dragon gem. It's gonna come from something. It's gonna be a while, but it'll come from something. Sure, I probably just gotta go through bone piles to get that. Not looking forward to that because that's boring. I'd rather be hunting something, killing something,
How are things?
yada yada yada, all that fun shit. So, I'm going to post one of these. Which one do I want to do? 50 minutes, 2 faints for shit rewards, or this one for that chance of a gold? How many fucking hunters was it? There should be 4 hunters for that. Yeah, it's 4. And since I'm still missing a lot of food, do that. Put a large elemental up. Basically get myself ready for the next pain in the ass fight. Probably swap the health booster for... do I have the upgrade to the flame mantle? That's impact, fireproof mantle plus. Yep, there we go. Want that. Both of these for that should be fine. Don't really need any of those. I forgot I had that just because Karen's a bitch. Dalhazak can be a bitch. Alright, but yeah. I know what I'm doing now. This is gonna be one of the worst things in the world. So hopefully people see this on the SOS page and they're like, yo, that sounds like fun, let's do it. Or hopefully the latter, and they just see it and they want to do it. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fire it off, fire it off, fire it off, fire it off, fire it off. Oh, I'm using the wrong fucking weapon. I don't have a barcaster. I need to go get a different weapon. Let's see. What the fuck is that? What the hell was that? I don't think I've ever seen like a little spider looking thing running across the map. That... Wait. Hold be something directly under me. Whatever the hell it is. I'm looking for camp entrance. Or bone entrance. Yeah, bone entrance. Let's go with that. Go ahead and just pick up these bones. I don't think that I'm going to be able to kill an Astra in 20 minutes. You know, I don't have that faith in myself or whatever. But what I do have is... where's the cave? There you are. I need to put on... And I strongly cannot believe I'm doing this. I need to put on an ice weapon. I should have thought about that before I got into this. You know, there's no point in going for a hunt when you're basically crippling yourself using a fucking fire weapon on a fire boss. I'm such an idiot. But it's whatever, you know? Even as of now, I still have to rely heavily on, alright, so I need to use this on that, need to do this to that. God, Skyfly's gonna be by the way, these things can be extremely stupid when you're playing. There's gonna be times where it will tell you to go one way and then it will just snap your neck saying go the other. Uh-oh. Stream might go down. Not, you know, not because I want it to go down, but if something's going on, you know, somebody I care about, all that fun stuff. I don't need to offer any more to that. Just know that if something's going on, I'm going to turn the stream off. Just kind of end it from there. Okay, forgot. Don't stand close to her. Especially when she's on fire. Use the max potion, you idiot. And let's put on the fireproof mantle. Get out of the fire and put on the fireproof mantle. What the fuck? Oh, that makes me upset. Move, you idiot. Doing Supernova 2 times in a fucking row? Oh, it gives. Oh shit. And we have 10 minutes left. This thing isn't even limping or anything. This is not good. We got another person in here, so that's going to make the quest even more entertaining. Or no, we don't have another person coming in. We have somebody that just left. I actually gotta check to see what happened. Yeah, they just up and left. That's lovely. That's amazing. Thank you, dirtbag. Thank you so much. Oh, I love fucking with the AI. Where are you? Oh, we failed this one. Go in here, get the quest for it. That was not what I was hoping. will be right back. And back I have returned. Oh man, getting a headache already.
Nice day, huh?
Yeah, shut up. The only reason I was looking for investigations for this thing, well, I might actually be able to swing in here. Hopefully. It'd be worth my time. It's definitely worth my time. let's go ahead and refresh all the items I forgot to stock up on beforehand. Now that we're waiting, stand by and wait. Oh.
Good to see you.
getting pretty fucking tired. So I will be cutting it here tonight. Hopefully tomorrow things will kind of look better in terms of, going for everything, I suppose. Anyway, I will see you all next time or whenever. It all depends on how things go.